On the afternoon of 20th April 1995, about 300 people were killed at a Yugi River in Atiak. This monument was erected in their memory. Now, the architect of the Atiak massacre, Vincent Otti, had only 2 children in his life. We spoke to Leonard Komakech, his son, about living down his father's legacy. Sooner or later, people come to the realization that they cannot change the past or who their parents were. Leonard Komakech lives in Alokolun village in West Division, Gulu City. Married with 3 children, Komakech has never told them about their grandfather, and he dreads the day he will have to do it. The 35-year-old is the only known son of Vincent Otti, a former deputy commander of the Lord's Resistance Army. In his early childhood, while he was living with his mother in Atiak sub-county in what is Amuru district now, Komakech was close to his father. He believed Otti was a regular soldier.
He used to come and visit us, but nobody comes, either in the evening or in the night. Like I remember a scenario, they took me around 10 in the morning. We stayed there in the mountain. I came back, at 5.
Komakech got to know that his father was a rebel on 20th April 1995 while he was attending Primary 5 at Puponya Primary School in Ajumani district. This was also the last time he saw him physically. On that day, Otti's unit overran a UPDF detach and then massacred 300 people in Atiak. At that time, Komakech was on a bus from Ajumani, returning to Atiak for holidays. However, the UPDF ordered the convoy he was traveling in to go back. Even today, Komakech still believes that his father did not commit the atrocities in Atiak.
I asked him, because I was like, this thing has tormented me for long. He outrightly refused and told me that by that time, actually, there are 2 OTs. So he cannot do what? That kind of thing. Sometimes even I shed tears. When I hear the survivors calling his name, I really feel bad.
However, according to Fred Okot, the chairperson of Atiak massacre site, subtle resentment still lingers in the community.
Grudges can be reflected in several ways. The grudge is still there, and the feeling is still there. The hatred is still there, because the people, the family, where Otti comes, they are still living with these people.
In 2004, when the peace talks between government and LRA began, Komakech was given a Motorola phone to stay in touch with his father every day. By then, he had spent 10 years without seeing him. He still remembers his father's satellite number.
Whenever they're interviewing him on BBC, KFM, VOA, he could put me on conference. I listened to the conversation. When he was kind of maybe too rude and maybe 2 other things, I said, next time when you're talking, you be like this, like this. So I used to also advise him a lot.
Komakech was in Senior 5 at St. Mary's College, Chitende, when a friend told him the BBC had announced his father's death. He loaded airtime on his phone and called his father's number. The LRA leader, Joseph Kony, picked the call.
Then I was like, now I want to talk to my dad. I was like, actually, he's not there. He's in for a meeting. Then I was like, how comes you are not in for the meeting if you are saying he's for a meeting? Because you normally sit together. Yeah. Then he was like, you ask a lot of questions.
It was another commander, Okot Odiambo, who called and confirmed to Komakech that his father had indeed been killed. Odiambo was suspected to have commanded the Balonyo massacre in Lira district in 2004. Komakech's education was funded by former Minister Betty Bigombe, former LRA spokesman Dr. Nyekorach Matsanga, and his aunt. With the connivance of a friend, he attended Gulu University on a State House scholarship.
You bring this chair here.
He says government made promises to him and later reneged on them. He has had to hustle his way through life, and now he is content with where he is.
I'm just moving on with my life, and when I normally watch some of the video clips for the peace talk, let the bygone be the bygone. So I remember he mentioned that, and we really need to start a new chapter.
What has passed, the bygone, let it be bygone. Let us start a new chapter as we started on the 11th last month.
Komakech neither drinks alcohol nor smokes, a legacy left to him by his teetotaler father. GILLIAN NANTUME, NTV in Gulu City.
Yeah.